Follow me on today's adventure to the Antietam Battlefield, as well as this national cemetery. See what the bloodiest battle in American history looks like. Follow me. On the road again. On today's adventure, we are taking the motorhome to the site of America's bloodiest Civil War battle. Antietam. So we were at Deep Creek Lake State Park. And now we're headed 2 hours on kind of that western, we're headed east, but we started on the westernmost side of Maryland. And we're gonna snake, and that one's this park's in Maryland, and then we're headed to Harpers Ferry, which is are on our way. I think we're 19 minutes away right now. So yeah, let's see the site. I think it's actually the bloodiest battle in American history. I was watching a video, I think it was like 23,000 people died at this battle. It was the battle where the South tried to invade the North. Ultimately, they were unsuccessful, but it sounds like it went back and forth for a while, which caused a lot of people to die. So, on our way. Welcome to a scorcher here in Antietam, Maryland. Antietam Battlefield. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. We'll find out here in a sec. Whew. All right, bloodiest battle. Let's learn some stuff. They definitely got the infantry monuments around. I recognize those from Vicksburg and other places we've been. So let's see. So we were talking about it. It's America's bloodiest day, September 17th, 1862. It's got the list of casualties listed. First part, 8,200, Westwood's 43, Bloody Lake 5,400, 620 at the bridge, and 3,200 at the final attack. That is massive. Looks like a lot of the artifacts have been put into storage. I guess that says they had a water leak, so we're missing some of the memorabilia, but it looks like they have a lot of information. All right, we were right, Antietam Battlefield. It's a bummer that all those artifacts were missing, but it's cool. All right, so now that the dog is contained, there's a couple things to walk to out here, and then we have that 8.5 mile drive, scenic drive, which takes you around the sites, the church, the bridge, was it Bloody Lane? So morbid, but I mean, it was. It was definitely a war that had to happen to get us to where we are today. So, I mean, I'm grateful for all the people who fought for what they believed in. So, whew. I'm glad we don't have to spend too much time here. I didn't even look at my phone. Here, let's 94 right now. Looks like it's supposed to be 101 at 5. I looked at the weather at Harpers Ferry. It's not doing it. It's not gonna get any better out that way. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Looks like this one's the Maryland Monument. I mean, it makes sense since we're here in Maryland that It looks like a lot of people who lived in Maryland lost their lives here. That's the New York one, the New York Monument. It's Dunkard's Church. Oh. Of course it was rebuilt. Let's see if there's information on it out front there. It was known as Dunkard Church because of the form of baptism where you fully dunked when you were baptized. Looks like the battling, of course, took around here, and even through all that battling, the church did survive, only to be blown down by a windstorm in 1921. But of course, that rebuilt and memorialized because the sacred place witnessed the bloodiest battles. Oh. It's nice and cool here. Beautiful little church. Warning, this photo has some dead bodies in it. So there was the morning after the battle. There's the church, and you can see definitely with some holes in it. Some of these are 10 and 20 pound barrels that holds 10 or 20 pound cannons were shot. It looks like this was the line, one line. Of course, the other was on the other side. So as they were flying around, I mean, this said he lost 25% of his army. The South did. So here's the spot of the cornfield that was said to be mostly mowed down just by artillery fire. Well, it looks like here's the farm and cemetery. Says the Confederates were ordered to burn it down so that the Union could not use it. They did rebuild it later, and the family did get out safe. We're about to enter Bloody Lane. Stairs. My calves are still hurting. I'm always a sucker for a good observation tower. Oh, goodness. Look at it. Ah! Cardio. All right. Bye. Dunkard's Church. Little bridge, signal station. Oh. All right, so this is Bloody Lane. Man. Burnside Bridge, named after General Burnside. It was used to cross the Antietam, yeah, that's the creek. That's where the battlefield's named after. Yes. I think I'm going to skip hiking down it though. Maybe. Ugh. No, I should do it. Crap. I'll have the AC running for the dog. When in Rome, right? When in Rome. Not too bad to get down here. I'm a bit glistening. Here's the William McKinley Monument. It's hot. I'm dying. I'm gonna have to go drink my electrolyte drink. I feel the electrolytes leaving. Let's check on the child. I'm not seeing her little head. She must be on the couch. Oh, she's looking for me in the wrong direction. Oh, there we are. Welcome to the National Cemetery. Whew. It's a cooking. I did not plan to come here in the motorhome, but the visitor center was not where it said it was. So here we are. Part 2 of today's adventure. Harpers Ferry National Historical Park. So, I was planning on just getting map and information and then heading to camp because like you saw in that flyby, it's not meant for the motorhomes around here. It looks like they have a shuttle service, but I can't imagine puppuccinos are allowed on shuttles. So, let's get some info and see what the plan is. We have tomorrow morning as well, so if there's something I want to do tomorrow, but we will ask all the questions. All right. So, went to the visitor center. I got my park map. There are some, so the park closes at sunset, and there are some battlefield locations, so we'll have to do that before sunset. The park store, which is downtown, which I saw that we passed, closes at 6, and it is 2:45. So, the weather wouldn't load, but I have a feeling it's going to be really, really hot around then. Well, obviously we're gonna go set up camp now. Crank on the AC, of course. And then perhaps I'll try to find somewhere for dinner downtown. So we'll drive down, hit the bookstore, find something to eat. And then we can perhaps putz around. I think that's the current plan. Can change. All right, let's make our way to camp in Knoxville. Yeah, let's go. I'm tired. This harvest host is very strange. I am outside of a farm on a dead-end street. So, all the reviews say it's safe, it's just weird, and I see that. I get it. probably should unload that scooter and go to Harpers Ferry. I still think our original plan is a good idea. There always seems to be a few outdoor places for puppies. And it's 100 degrees up there. But it's not really supposed to get any better. So, bookstore, restaurant, viewpoints. Ain't no rest for the wicked, huh, Beebs? Huh? Alright, get up. Alright, let's see if Harpers Ferry by scooter is the better choice. We know it is. Yeah, alright. Anyway, the National Parks owns half of this town, so like along our ways, there's just these little rooms that have information. Looks like this was the. They make.
This enables the cutting chisel to begin tearing or cutting the metal.
They made rifles in here. Cool. Marshal's office, officer quarters, parlor. Oh man, I need to eat. I have not eaten today. I'm sweating like happy. An old-timey general store. Oh yeah, all these places close at 5 and it is 5:01. No wonder they're all looking at me funny. Cool. It's cool they have an old little reproduction town. The ranger that I saw earlier told me about 2 viewpoints and a scenic drive. So even though these places are closing, we still have lots of stuff that we can go see and do while we are here. But I got my pen. Oh goodness. I got a pen and my sticker, of course. But I also got a women's suffrage little like tea towel that I'm gonna frame, and I got a little sign, national park placard. It says, advice from a national park: be ready for adventure, find beauty all around you, tread lightly on the earth, cherish wild spaces, spend time outdoors, keep a sense of wonder, and take a hike. Well, since our adventure is what it is, it was perfect. All right, food. I need food. So after dinner, I was just too wiped out from the day to continue, so I did decide to wrap up my journey to Harpers Ferry a little bit early. It's such a beautiful place with so much history. I wish I would have had more time to explore some of the suffrage history as well as the civil rights that happened here in Harpers Ferry. It wasn't just a war area. So please, next time you're in the neighborhood, stop by, explore all it has to offer. The food was delicious. We had a lovely time on our journey, but now it's time to move on to our next stop. So we'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you later.